Hello, good morning. It's just gone 11 AM on Saturday the 3rd of April. It's Easter Saturday and I'm speaking to you from quite high up in East Mendip. I've just ridden from Bath about 20 miles out to what I call overlooking the Nettlebridge Valley. I've come back out to do a section of the Fosseway I mistakenly missed on my last video. Dropped my mask again. A couple of ladies just ran down and did a turn on the crossroads sign there, so I put my mask up just to shield, not taking any chances. I wanted to put a couple of things straight about the last video. I'd referred to OSM on the Ride with GPX mapping platform. I said I thought it stood for Ordnance Survey Maps. Well, thank you so much to Richard and Trevor, who just corrected me and said it's open source mapping. Also, I started that video saying I'll tell you what I've been up to recently. When I came to edit the video, there was so much wind noise, I don't think you'd have picked it up. Plus the fact it made the video a bit too long. I tried to keep it around about 20 minutes. Again, the wind noise may interrupt this today, so I'll give it a go. During March, I started to build up my endurance again with the view that Audax would be opening its system for March the 29th. And so, as I did after lockdown number 1 last year, I decided to do 50, 150 kilometre rides, then 100 mile, an Imperial Century, followed by my first 200 kilometre ride. And during the build-up, I realised how out of condition I got, and you get home sort of thinking I couldn't possibly ride another 100 kilometres after that. You have to get rid of those negative thoughts, because that's the whole point of training. Your body acclimatises and adapts. You just need to switch off those negative feelings. Well, last Tuesday, March the 30th, I did a 200 and the weather was absolutely fantastic. I was in short sleeves and shorts and I had my first outdoor ice cream. I got around all in the daylight and 3/4 of it in really bright sunshine, very little wind. It went fine. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I don't know what the future holds, because obviously things could change due to the coronavirus surge in France. They may decide to restrict our movements. I just don't know, but I'm hoping I can build on the 200s and say within a month start doing 300s, because I find 300s are the real fat numbers for me, and I have put on a few pounds over lockdown. I quite like to shed that, and I'm also really looking forward to a haircut. Leading up to that, in between the build-up rides, I had some roofers round to refelt my roof and make some chimney stacks safe. So I've limited how much I could get out, but I did actually go out to Foxcote, St James the Less Church that I mentioned on my Wellow Valley camping video, and actually had that picnic I promised myself in the churchyard. Another thing I referred to on the last Fosseway video was I was going to have my MOT on Monday. Well, for the last 20 odd years I've been having it in Bath, down at D&H Motorcycles. I've known Terry for years and years. I used to be their postman, so I got to know them that way. Well, he's retired now and moving over to France, and I spoke to him and said, where can I take my bike for an MOT? And he said there was a couple of garages very close to me that would MOT it, but they wouldn't fix any problems. So the nearest motorcycle dealer was Radstock, and when I looked at it on a map, it was literally right next to the Fosseway where I went last Saturday, so that was quite nice. And I've got to say, I went out there because I thought it possibly might fail the MOT. The back brake light wasn't working. Anyway, I went for a half an hour walk, came back, and they passed it, didn't charge me any extra, and I noticed they'd fixed the back brake light, and also they'd tightened up the back brake. So thumbs up for Parsons Motorcycles at Radstock. I'll certainly be going there again. It's a nice little family business as well. I try to avoid the big dealerships if possible. And the other thing, I'm super excited about this. I mentioned about champing recently, where you can hire historic churches and then camp in them overnight. I've just been and booked my first one for a couple of weeks' time, so I'm super excited about that. I'll make a video about that, so I won't talk too much about that now. Anyway, I've sat behind the wall to try and shield from the wind noise, so I've come down that way. I'm going to head that way, and very shortly I'll be taking a right hand turn. You'll recognise it from the last video. This is the wall I've just sat behind to try and block out the wind noise. That's looking down at the Nettlebridge Valley. So there's a little stream going along there, and it very shortly joined the River Mells. And that's the way I'm heading. About a mile or so further on, I've just come along this way, and then I'm back at that spot I filmed from last weekend. That's the main A367 Fosseway road there. I'd come in from Stratton on the Fosse that way. I'd turn right here, and then I spoke and said I'm going to cut a bit of a corner off by turning left. So this is the left. I'm going to drop back down, rejoin that road just in a few hundred yards, and then straight away turn off it and do that straight section where I cut out the semicircle last week. Just come down this way. I'm going to join the main road again there very briefly before I go down, and you may see it really well here. That minor road that goes straight on, that's the original Fosseway. You can see all the traffic coming down. That big blue coach, that's what I referred to last week as the Nettlebridge curves. This gives you a really good striking view of how straight the Fosseway would have been. Back onto Fosseway, just dropped off the main road down here, and this time I'm going to stop and actually have a look at the bridge itself. So easy to shoot over this and not see it. Look on the other side as well. Wow, gorgeous little spot. Just coming this way, and this is the way I went last week, and I suddenly noticed this footpath down here. It's not exactly straight, but my Garmin route suggested a zigzag round, and then it would come over on Fosse Road over there, Fosse Lane, whatever it's called. So last time I went round in a big semicircle and then rejoined it just over there, so I'm hoping this will allow me to go through there. That's what I've come out today to find. It like the work or it won't, 50-50. I just dropped down steeply. There's a drive going down some houses. The woman said to me the footpath goes behind the houses, so I retraced back. Clearly a dead end. Somebody else come out and said no footpath here, so I was just following my nose as I originally was, following the Garmin track to be honest, and I've just cut through here. Whether that's permissible, it says footpath, so it should be. I'll certainly be getting off and walk if I see anybody, because it is a footpath, not a byway. This bit's actually quite difficult to navigate. I went along there through that gate, which seemed the obvious, saw two walkers, thought they must be doing the same as me, and they've just told me you can't get through there. They're looking for this track as well. It's quite easy to miss this. I've just told them I'll point them in the right direction because I've got GPS. Here they are coming along. They're going to follow me. It's really nice being able to help and assist other people because they were a bit confused the same as me. I've got the benefit of having a satellite navigation. So there's a kissing gate here. I'll have to put the bike really upright to get through that. Then it looks like my track's curving round to the right. Well, the GPS was trying to send me across the fields through this gate here, but a lot of that has been fenced off over there. I couldn't find it. The farmer just come out and sort of said, "What are you doing?" So I explained. He said, "You should be over that way," and I answered that we tried to. I've tried it. I'll definitely be cutting this out. This is just more trouble than it's worth. Still, unless you try these things, you never know. It'd have been bugging me. Could I have done that? Did I shortcut it deliberately? At the end of the day, ramblers and walkers do have the right to roam. It was a right quite heavily fought for. I did stop at the Fosse Cottage. I was hoping the ladies would come along. I just wanted to apologise for any grief they might have got. I was navigating by GPS. They were navigating by a really detailed OS map, and they spotted what I missed. So it's nice for me to assist them to find that right hand turn, which was very difficult and easy to miss. But then when it levelled out and I rode across the fields, she was saying to me there was a Y junction. You could have gone left, you could have gone right, and I just didn't spot that whatsoever. I was too busy following the track of my Garmin. Of course they were following me thinking I knew where I was going, so we had a bit of a laugh about it. Anyway, gonna head this way now, back down towards Radstock. Gonna try and find a bus shelter or somewhere just to get a little bit of shelter so I can have my lunch out of the wind. I'm gonna finish the video here. Wish you all very happy Easter, what's left of it, and until next time. Thank you.